What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka New York Prepper, and I have a hurricane alert for anybody that's in the Gulf Coast and the southeastern United States. We have Tropical Depression 13, which is setting its sights on Florida and the Gulf Coast. All right, so if any of you guys live in Florida and the Gulf Coast, the traditional hurricane prone areas, you need to be on red alert right now. We have Tropical Depression 13, which just formed in the central Atlantic. And it's forecasted, as of this moment right now, it's forecasted to turn into a tropical storm and then eventually a hurricane by next Monday and Tuesday. And as of right now, they're forecasting it to cross over Florida and then head into the Gulf of Mexico somewhere. Now, at this point, it's way too early to determine how strong the storm is going to be or where exactly it's going to go. It could even turn out of the way, but it's looking right now that at some point next week, this hurricane is going to be heading towards Florida and towards the Gulf of Mexico. It could go under Florida, between Florida and Cuba. Um, and it could also cross over Florida, just like Hurricane Andrew and Hurricane Katrina did. And if you guys remember Hurricane Katrina, this is pretty similar to the track that Hurricane Katrina took. It crossed over Florida, and everybody thought that it wasn't going to be a bad storm. And then once it got out into the Gulf of Mexico, it rapidly intensified into a Category 5 hurricane and slammed right into uh, New Orleans. Okay, so we have to keep an eye on this. So as of right now, it's way too early to say exactly how strong it's going to be. They have it forecasted to be a hurricane. I personally think it could strengthen into a major hurricane, which would mean a Category 3 or higher, which is 110 miles per hour winds, sustained winds, or higher. I think it could strengthen into a major hurricane once it gets near the Bahamas here. The Bahamas and the water around Florida is extremely warm this time of the year, and it's a really good area for hurricanes to strengthen. Um, so I think it could strengthen into a major hurricane once it gets through the Bahamas, and if it turns into a major hurricane when it's in the Bahamas, if you're anywhere in Florida, you're gonna feel effects. All right, especially if you're in South Florida, it could slam right into you. It could also go south of Florida and then head into the Gulf, which at that point, if it gets into the Gulf, it could re-strengthen and potentially become a massive storm because the Gulf of Mexico has really warm water this time of the year. So I wanted to just alert you guys to this. So this is the latest warning cone. The sustained winds as of the latest advisory, which was 2 p.m. Today, August 20th, 2020, had the sustained winds at 35 miles per hour. So it's not that strong. It's not even a tropical storm yet. All right. But I wanted to just share some of the key messages here that the latest advisory talks about. They're saying tropical storm conditions are possible across portions of the northern Leeward Islands Friday night. Tropical storm watches have been issued for some of these islands. Heavy rainfall is likely. There's a risk of tropical storm conditions in the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico Friday night and Saturday. Tropical storm watches could be required for these islands. And as they say here, the details of the long range track and intensity are still uncertain. So we have to keep an eye on this and see what happens over the next few days. And and then there's also another tropical depression, Tropical Depression 14, which is off the coast of Guatemala and in the Caribbean. And this one is expected to hit the Texas coast. And right now it's just a tropical depression, so it's still very uncertain as to how strong it could be or what direction it's going to take. But they're having it hitting somewhere in Texas, Louisiana, as a tropical storm at the moment. Um, so they're saying here that the system is expected to move into the south central Gulf of Mexico as a tropical storm on Sunday. Some strengthening is anticipated while it moves northwestward over the western Gulf of Mexico early next week, but it is still too soon to know exactly how strong it will get or the location and magnitude of impacts it will produce along the central or northwestern Gulf Coast. All right, so we have one storm that could potentially impact Florida as a major hurricane, and then the eastern Gulf, and then we have another storm that's targeting the western Gulf. So if you live anywhere in the southeast, especially the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf Coast, you need to be on red alert. You got to follow the storms and see what happens over the next few days. Tropical depression 13 and 14. I think by this weekend we'll have better knowledge. I think by Saturday we're going to know better what's going to happen with these storms and how they're going to impact us here in the United States. So here's Tropical Depression 14. Here's the latest track. So, this is why we prep, guys. This is what prepping is all about. We prep for situations like this. We also prep for EMPs, World War III, pandemics, second waves. We prepare for everything, including hurricanes, okay? A hurricane or a strong tropical storm can create the same effects as a regional nuclear attack, okay? The devastation from a tropical storm can cause the same damage as a nuclear attack, okay? So don't take these storms lightly. Doesn't matter what kind of insurance plan you have. That's fine if you have an insurance plan, but you still need to survive the storm itself. You have to deal with the storm surge, flooding, winds, all kinds of things, okay? Power outages, the looting that sometimes occurs after storms like this. So you need to be prepared, okay, from all aspects. So that's pretty much it for now. I'll keep you guys updated as the storms progress. I'll be releasing updates at least once a day on these storms, maybe even more than that. If there's something breaking, I'll report it sooner than that. But my next update will be tomorrow on these storms or later tonight. So thank you guys so much for your support. If you like the video, hit a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. You can hit the bell icon if you want to get notified of new videos that I upload, especially tropical updates like this. So thank you guys for watching. Take care. God bless. And as always, don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.